Very interesting day today because we've got the affordable Tesla Model Y and also Model 3 standard launch. And actually, I've been knowing about these different models for at least over the weekend. Didn't know pricing, which was like the biggest variable with this. And I knew all the different features and everything. So it's been pretty interesting to see the actual release. And I can imagine a lot of people out there are not excited for the actual vehicle and maybe even the pricing for it. So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. And we also have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. We do have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. So if you want to win one of 3 Tesla robots that we are shipping directly to one of you, here is the actual giveaway link. Free to enter. Multiple entries are allowed. We've got less than 2 weeks left. And today's secret code is Dojo, that you can get some extra points and everything. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more, but more on that later. And I forgot, the first thing you have to do with the giveaway is you've got to hit that like button if you want to support the giveaway as well. So I forgot about this. Model Y and Model 3 standard. I'm going to put a poll out there because I'm actually curious, like, who is actually excited for this Model 3 standard and Model Y standard, the affordable model. It's very, very, very interesting, but let's get into it. So breaking, we've got two new models that have been released, the Model Y standard and the Model 3 standard, both affordable. And if you take a look at the pricing, it's cheaper, more affordable, but it's a very weird timing for sure, and weird pricing, especially because, like, I imagine a lot of you that are watching right now, you all know the pricing that was less than a week ago with the tax credit. And I mean, there's a lot of different deltas between this, and we'll talk about like all the different features that they've essentially stripped. But here's what you need to know. Right now it is on Tesla's website. You can order the Model 3 or the Model Y standard, and a lot of the pricing is already out there as well. And the quick TLDR is that it is $5,000 less from premium to standard between both models, and it is rear-wheel drive. And they also changed a lot of the different things as well, both on the exterior and the interior. We'll take a look at some of that. But if you're looking to order one of these, I'm genuinely super curious who's actually ordering one. And if you are, please send me a DM. I want to ask you some questions, and I want to go to your delivery appointment as well if you're in the Southern California area. And if you are, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, so you can get up to $1,000 off of your Tesla purchase. But taking a look at this, here is what we decipher, or what at least I decipher from the Model Y affordable. The biggest thing in my opinion, no autopilot. No full self-driving included. Of course, that makes sense because it's $8,000. No autopilot as well. I think that's pretty huge because, not everybody needs full self-driving, but for them to also take out autopilot, that's a little perplexing. But you still get the traffic aware cruise control, which is that like acceleration and deceleration, but it doesn't keep it itself in the lane. 321-mile range, which is pretty respectable actually. I'm down with that. 300 plus range. I mean, if they really shouldn't have put it any lower, so it makes a lot of sense. Mobile charger included. That's nice. I mean, $300 value. Front bumper camera. Thank goodness they added that, because that would have been a weird one if they did it. 18-inch steel wheels. We'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Heated front row seats. Open console, which I don't mind it because the Cybertruck has the open console as well. And you actually, once you start to have an open console, it actually makes more sense until you replace it with something else. And maybe that's a future video. Manual adjust steering wheel and a turn stock, all for the price not affordable in my opinion, if $39,900. $990. But of course, the real question is like affordable at an MSRP price is one thing, but really like once they have lease payments or payments, that is when we get into, is it actually affordable or not? And we can see lease, we don't have it yet, because the reason why is if you take a look at the delivery date of the affordable, which I have it select for the rear-wheel drive right now. If you take a look at the affordable standard range delivery date, it says December through January of next year. And so definitely not later this month. It is going to be a bit before this actually comes out. But taking a look at the finance payments, $728 a month at a APR of 5.14%. So really, I mean, some are calling this a decoy or a strategy, because I really feel like no one, I mean, you're going to really see the value of just spending $8,000 more and getting a long range all-wheel drive. So I feel like this is just going to be a way to push people to get the long range because of all the different features that you get from it, and notably autopilot, ventilated seats, and much more. And I mean, this is like an awkward conversation, like to people, like here's a story. I feel like if I'm just gonna be talking to someone off the street, like, hey, there's a new cheaper Tesla. It starts at $39,000. Like, have you seen that? Or $40,000. Have you looked into one? And then of course they would say like, oh, what did it start before? Oh, it was like $37,000. But of course there was a tax credit that ended. That's a different story. But really, if anybody ordered and placed your order before September 30th, that is the deal, and will probably be the deal for the next month or two. Of course, Tesla had to reflect these prices, and these prices are not for us. These prices are for like when we get into like maybe December or even next year, because there's not going to be a tax credit at all. And so if you've been waiting for this on the sidelines, and if you've been waiting for an affordable release vehicle, and now you're kind of let down and you wish you placed an order before September 30th to lock in that $7,500 and you did it, send me an email on my channel page, or direct message me on one of my socials. Maybe I can help you out and point you in the right direction with that. But of course, Tesla has also done some email communications to really promote this standard Model 3 and Model Y, really kind of just bring it across the playing field now that there is a vehicle for everyone at different price points and all of that. But take a look at this. Everyday Chris, our friend, was able to go to the Model Y event last week, and there actually is steel wheels behind the cap, which is hilarious to see. But hey, you gotta cut costs wherever you can with that. Here's what the cap looks like with it on top. Very, very, very aerodynamic. I mean, I can't wait to see when this actually rolls out and actually hits inventory, because then maybe I'll save some of my judgment. And really, I feel like if this was like $5,000 to $10,000 less, then yeah, it could be definitely more affordable and more impactful. But Model 3 and Model Y standard have 69 kilowatt battery packs, which is really cool to see as well, to get that over 300 mile range, because anything less would be unfortunate. And here's Tesla's promotion of it. Ultra low cost of ownership, engineered for safety, 321 miles of range, minimal maintenance. I mean, you get that with any Tesla. Can drive itself with your active supervision. Talking about the full self-driving package that you can get. What's included? 15.4 center touchscreen, Grok AI included, convenience, safety features, Sentry mode, dog mode, camp mode, cabin overheat, Tesla app, which is in every Tesla as well. Heated front row seats was really cool, and access to 70,000 superchargers globally. So I'm super curious, is anybody actually excited for this affordable Tesla vehicle? And are you placing your order and everything? Or is this just pushing you, adding more confidence that the Model Y long range all-wheel drive that you purchase or you're about to buy, or Model 3, is a better deal at the end of the day? Here's some more pictures from Joe, our favorite drone pilot in Texas. And you can see like the front is very interesting. The glass roof here, which we'll talk about, is just literally fabric on the top here. And it's very interesting across the board. And take a look at this cup holder in the rear seat. That looks pretty funky. You can only get access to it if you fold the middle row down. So, I mean, maybe this is like a very cool way to see all the different retrofits that are out there. And here's Jeeves in his video. If you want to check it out, you can see that this is the exact shot of what the sunroof looks like that has been cut out or covered. And Joa has already posted, Joa down below, link down below in the description of the company. They're going to try and design something to cut that fabric so that you can get access to the glass roof, which is pretty funny. And I bet people are going to be doing that like right away because it's a nice feature to have. Or maybe they keep it. Maybe this is going to be, a vehicle for the community that hates, the UV rays and wants to block it out as well, which, I mean, people buy the cover immediately, which like the cover is like a top selling product that like Joa has and everything. But here it is again. You can see how funny it is. Gary Black, I think, summed it up. For $5,000 less, you get a lower battery range, less acceleration, cloth seats, no exterior light bars, smaller wheels, no second touchscreen, and a cheaper sound system. And they cover the glass roof. The sub 40K price may get buyers into store, but I don't see the selling. Yeah, and if you think about it, this is, a massive marketing play for Tesla. Now they can say like, hey, get the new Model Y starting for as low as $39,990. And it's a good point. Like, get people in the door, getting people excited, and then they realize, oh wait, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. Oh, I'm just gonna pay $5,000 more or finance it or lease it and get that instead. So maybe that does make a lot of sense. It is a marketing play at the end of the day for Tesla to just get people into the door across the board. And let's take a look at the poll. And wow, look at that. A quarter of you are actually excited for the Model 3 and Model Y standard. Now let's see, put your money and orders in. And so here's where I think Nick posted this and summed it up pretty quickly. The Model Y, massive letdown, 100%. The Model 3 though, actually is pretty respectable. And now that they can start to say like, hey, get a Tesla for as low as $36,990, because like, take a look at this 321-mile range, rear wheel drive, which we know that probably is going to do a lot better than what it's rated at. It might even do, because it's rear wheel drive, it might even get close to 350. 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. Same exterior, no change at all. It looks literally just like a Model 3, both interior and exterior, because they didn't cover the glass roof. And so there's really no differences. This is going to be a hot seller. Adaptive LED high beams, all black badging, keeps its glass roof. Front bumper camera, which is really cool. 7 speakers, same as premium rear wheel drive. Footwell and door ambient line, powered trunk, and same center console, and up to 225 kilowatt charging. Like, I don't see any drawbacks to this one. So, we're getting a lot. Of course, the Model Y is getting a ton of flack, but I think the Model 3 is the highlight here, because if they can get this cheaper at, low crazy lease payments, $299, $399, whichever the case may be, that could really be a huge hit and a stunner here. We've got some new videos, marketing videos, Model Y standard, Model 3 standard. I bet they actually are selling a lot more Model 3 standards, because if we've been seeing a lot that when you put like a cheap lease payment on the Model 3 and Model Y, it will sell. And I bet that is their next strategy with the Model 3 standard, because they just want cheap vehicles that have some of the nice features, and it doesn't really feel like a lot of the different features are stripped from the Model 3 as it is with the Model Y. So, maybe I wouldn't hate it if we got like a Model 3 standard at the end of the day. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Of course, Unplugged Performance already got on a set of UP Road Warrior wheels, because this one is the one that makes sense, and threw it onto the Model Y concept, and you can see it looks fantastic. So if you're looking to trade your set of stock wheels into Unplugged Performance, you can be nationwide and get a $1,000 credit. Definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And Sawyer also posted this. There's actually incentives still out there on a state level. So if you're looking at buying your Tesla, highly take a look into researching to see if you can get some extra incentives, because you can get a Model 3 for as low as $33,500. Massachusetts has a $3,500 incentive, New Mexico $3,000, and New Jersey at $1,500 as an incentive. And here's a look at the open console for the standard Model Y. And I don't hate it, because either way, this is like a empty space, but it's just protected with organizing things. And so I bet there's going to be companies that release some sort of thing that you can put in yourself to organize it a little bit better. Like, I could see Joa definitely doing that. Link down below in the description. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. I don't necessarily mind that they took out the light bar. I think it's more so they de-stripped and took out a lot more things for like comfort and everything like that with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but the one thing for sure, if you are about to buy a Tesla and if you haven't, if you're looking to get maximum value for your current vehicle, I would strongly recommend givemethevin.com down below in the description. If they want to get you maximum value for your brand new for your Tesla that you're trading in. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Thank you to everybody that's used their links down below in the description as well. But I'm genuinely curious if anybody out there has placed an order for a Model Y Standard. I would love to see a screenshot, and I'd love to ask you some questions like what made you decide getting this over like a long range all-wheel drive with the $5,000 difference and everything. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks for that, everyone. And we do have a giveaway that's running on the channel right now. We're giving away 3 Tesla robots. I'm shipping them directly to you all. And so I added the giveaway link into the live stream chat. It's through Gleam, so free to enter. Multiple entries are allowed. And today's secret code that gets you extra entries is Dojo. Just one word, D-O-J-O, Dojo, like Tesla Dojo, but just Dojo. And if you want to find out, I think this is the 4th secret code over the past few days. You can watch like all the different live streams over the past few days, because that's where we give out a secret code every single day. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Art, great to see you. Bobby, thanks for coming in. Jeep Life, thanks for coming in. Pandemonium, Joe, Kevin, Dim Sum, thanks for coming in. Bobby, Video of Geeks, thanks for coming in. Kevin, Cyborg, New York's Finest, let's see, B Pepper, Crypto Zero, great to see you. Akaliji, thanks for coming in. And thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. And if there's anybody out there that hasn't picked up their Tesla vehicle yet and you're looking to get full self-driving for half off, you can send me an email on my channel page or DM me on one of my socials so I can point you in the right direction and everything. What else we got? In this next topic, version 14 full self-driving is here. Here's the full feature list, and here's some of the video and reviews of it actually rolling out. Version 14 full self-driving supervised, version 14.1 is now rolling out. Highlights to include arrival options. You can now select where full self-driving should park at the end of your trip: parking lot, on the street, driveway, and parking garage or curbside. Driver profile sloth, even slower than chill, I guess, which is really funny to see. We'll show you what that looks like on the screens and everything. And you should also notice improvements in smoothness and confidence. And we've got some new things too. Here's like a new button that you can start self-driving. There's also different features. Here's a full list here. We've got like added arrival options, added support, added speed profile, added stability. And now the question is, when will people actually get this? Because of course Tesla has to roll this out slowly because they can't just give it to everybody all at once. But there's already videos and reviews. We'll take a look at that. But here's the new speed profile. You can see it says sloth right here, which I guess is like even way more chiller than chill. And then you've got chill, standard, and hurry as well. I guess more conservative in terms of lane selection, which is pretty funny to see. And Zach, of course, is one of the first, and I think he stayed up all night going through all the different routes that he usually probably does with full self-driving. But here he says, first of all, 0 disengagements or interventions thus far. The confidence in overall human-like driving is next level. The steering inputs are so smooth, braking inputs are earlier and more linear than before. It gives off robotaxi vibes on how it navigates parking lots. And so here's the full review. And then, of course, at the end, Tesla AI team cooked with this update. It's phenomenal. Huge congrats to them for such an epic release. This is a huge update. I cannot wait to drive it more. And so very cool to see. Now the question is, when will this start to roll out to, of course, our vehicles, your vehicles, everybody vehicles? There's also now a new hands-off free mode with full self-driving supervised. So as they get closer to unsupervised in the near future and everything. And here's what it looks like if you can select what your destination could be, whether with full self-driving, whether it's park, curbside parking, slot, street, or driveway as well. And so very cool to see this coming out, and let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you are thinking. Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. In this next topic, all new Model 3s come with front bumper camera hidden in the new Model 3 release. There was a new update that now all Model 3s can now get the front bumper camera, and it seems like there is not a retrofit from what we've seen, but please correct us if you've seen a retrofit kit or whichever. But now all Model 3s, including the new standard range, which is cool to see, also get the front bumper camera. So now my question is, for people out there that have pending deliveries, has yours been like pushed out a little bit and maybe they needed some more time to throw this on? And hopefully they'll be throwing it on for people that haven't picked up their brand new Model 3 yet. But still very cool to see, because I was about to think that one of the only vehicles left on the lineup, even the new, like if the new Model Y standard got the front bumper camera but the Model 3 didn't, that would be a very interesting thing at the end of the day. But now more than likely, or what's happening here is because full self-driving version 14 is out and it actually uses the front bumper camera, it needs the front bumper camera, all the Tesla vehicles will need it as well. And so really cool to see now that they all have it. But if you're about to be buying your brand new Tesla, don't forget it doesn't come with 3W all-weather floor mats, or it doesn't come with all-weather floor mats. And so my recommendation is going to be a set of 3W all-weather floor mats. And especially if you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off. So if you're looking for a set that has great fitment, lifetime warranty, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, let's see what we got today. All right, thanks for coming in. What are the chances we will see a 50K Model Y with Lux package and a 60K Model Y performance with Lux package included? Tesla needs to differentiate premium vehicles with premium features. Yeah, that's a good point. We could easily see them load up with all the different, and that's kind of like my conspiracy hat. Like, you know, a lot of people are not happy with the prices, but you know, it could be a crazy quarter 4 or even a crazy quarter 1. You got to remember, or maybe a lot of you probably don't remember, but quarter 1, like a few years ago, let me pull up my handy dandy price tracker chart. Quarter 1 a few years ago, I mean, of course, this was a way different time, but Model Y performance was almost $70,000. And then January 12th of 2023, it dropped over $14,000 in one shot, one day. Now, of course, there probably isn't that much margin anymore, but you know, if you know, Tesla, they've done crazy things before. And so I'm not saying it could happen, but the prices might make sense. Only makes sense if there's probably a 5K, maybe 8K wiggle room priced in, that they could really drop the prices if they need to. Jeep Life, I think you would have got a better car for the same money with a tax credit on previous standard models. Yeah, 100%. You would have been able to got like a Model Y long range all-wheel drive for 37K. Joe, standard is trash for 40K. Should have been 30K. Yeah, I kind of agree. Kevin, for the price, you could have ordered the Referral Drive Premium by September 30th and got the tax credit, which is such a loss if you decide would go with this, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. It's an awkward conversation at the end of the day as well. Dim Sum, back in 2016, the affordable EV was 35K when Tesla launched the Model 3. Now the Model Y, this one we have is 40K, factoring mid-inflation, that hits 35K 9 years later. Easy. Yeah, but I mean, it's very interesting to see. Bobby, I don't know who's going to be buying that. Nobody I know. I live in Florida. No heated seats and steering wheel are not even what I want to begin with. Yeah, agreed. And I guess like we should do like in a market analysis, like what's like a Honda Civic? I mean, I guess are we at that level, or like what's a BMW 3 Series at its base feature list? Like what does it include? Now, of course, you can't, compare. It's hard to compare Honda Civics to Model 3s, and it's hard to compare BMW 3 Series to Model 3s and everything. Let's see. Waste of time and money. So done with their BS video of geeks. Yeah, I see what you're saying here. Standard range it's an interesting one for sure. And looking at the poll that you guys are voting on, 81% said no, you are not excited for the standard Model Y. And yeah, I'm really curious, like how many orders did Tesla take for the Model Y standard Y across the board? Kind of off topic, but when I picked up my Juniper, I had installed with Full Self-Driving 12. I have Full Self-Driving to the end of this year. This morning, it's update 13. Why am I not seeing 14? Kevin, it's a slow release. Like on our handful of Teslas, we also do not have version 14. And what they do is they don't want to like overload the servers, so they release it in batches and small batches to the whole fleet. And so it is going to be taking a little bit. In this next topic, here's everything they removed off of the Tesla Model Y Long Range Premium to make a Model Y standard Model Y at the low price of what, $39,990. And spoiler alert, the list is quite long. Philip put this together. You can see they removed the glass roof, they removed the 7 speakers, subwoofer they took out, AM FM radio, ambient lighting they took out, closed center console, that middle area, power adjusted steering wheel they took it out because now it's manual, suede decor, which I mean I don't really care for that, I guess. HEPA filter, that one I actually do care for. Weapon defense mode with the air filter, vegan leather seats, ventilated front seats, I know that's a big one for some people, second row touchscreen, second row touch controlled air vents, second row powered folding seats, and second row heated seats, LED front light bar, LED front rear indirect light bar, adaptive headlight beams, which like the matrix headlights, which are pretty cool if you're driving around at night, powers fold side mirrors, and auto dimming side view mirrors, frequency dependent shock absorbers. Ooh, interesting. So it does not drive as comfortable. And the biggest one I feel like is auto steer. They took away autopilot auto steer from the line up there, and it does not keep itself in the lane anymore. It still accelerates and decelerates, but they took away autopilot, which is a standard feature with the long range Premium. So the question here is all of this added up together worth $5,000 more? And that's not even talking about the range here. The range going from standard, the premium long range rear-wheel drive is 357 miles of range, and the standard is 321. So you get about what, like 30 something in some change more range. And so 30 miles range, I mean, that's what I forgot about. 30 miles range plus all of this, is that worth $5,000 more? I would say yes. And that's probably what Tesla's strategy here is. They're going to just try and market it at a lower price. Now they can say Model Y starts at $39,990 and push people to get people into the door with this vehicle and then push them to a long range all-wheel drive. That's the only thing that I can make sense here. Or if like maybe there's going to be a price drop in the near future, which could add to that as well. I mean, and here's like the steel wheels. I mean, also I guess like the wheel, he forgot to mention the wheels, the premium wheels were also removed as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. A very interesting day, and let us know if anybody out there has purchased a Model Y standard range. Buy the Model 3 standard and pay $100 a day for full self-driving, call it a day. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Let's all hit the like button. Oh, thank you, Cyborg. And we do have a giveaway on the channel right now. So if you're interested in jumping in, here is the actual link. We're giving away 3 Tesla robots, and the secret code for today is Dojo that you can enter in. But thank you all for dropping by. Sorry I can't get to all of the different comments. We do have to run to dinner, but thank you for hitting the like button, the subscribes. Good luck to everybody in the giveaway, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.